Alright, so you're probably wondering why I have this nice hole cut in my wall. Well, the way I store my drill bits and everything for my drill press currently is on the table for my drill press. Quite a cluster, doesn't really work out, and it's a pain. So I'm going to make a nice little recessed storage shelf to go into the hole here to organize everything and keep it in place, and that way it'll be right where I need it whenever I'm using my drill press. So now I'm just going to start cutting the pieces out for the outside. Well, it'll be inside the wall, but it'll be the outside of the box on my miter saw. What I'm doing now to make sure that these pieces are cut the same is I'm making sure the edges are butted up, and then I'm just bringing it to the blade and keeping it nice and snug against the fence, and I'll go ahead and make my next cut. Now I'm going to go ahead and start assembling my box. For the top shelf, I'm going to be storing my drum sanding kit. So what I need to do is mark out where I want all the pieces to go. Now I'm going to be drilling out the holes for everything to sit in. That way it doesn't just fall off the shelf and it looks nice sitting there. What I'm doing now is I'm going to mark where I'll have enough room to be able to get my biggest drum sanding bit in and out. Now that looks pretty comfortable. I've already gone ahead and made my mark and measured and marked the corresponding side. So now I can go ahead and press this in there and screw it up. Now with a little bit of finessing, it should fit right into the wall. Alright, well that took just a little bit more finessing than I anticipated. So I made a pretty good mistake. I planned on everything fitting in here nicely, but I also planned on using 1/2 inch thick boards, and I ended up grabbing 3/4 inch thick boards, so my Forstner bit set is not going to fit. So I'm going to build a little shelf to come and extend out, and then I'll be able to just set this right on top of. So I've gone ahead and marked my piece, the lines you probably can't see on the camera there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to size. Now I've got my saw blade lifted all the way up so that the cut coming in, this little piece I'm going to chop off, is going to be as straight as possible. I've gone ahead and fastened the little extension for the shelf in with just a couple drywall screws. It's in there nice and tight. So it's fine like that, but I'm going to go ahead and put a little trim around it like I did all of this right here. So now that I have the side pieces cut, I'm going to go ahead and brad nail them in. And I'm doing this now instead of cutting the front piece with them. I'm doing it right now so that I can measure to it, and that way I have a nice snug fit. I'm going to go ahead and leave these a little high, that way I have a little lip to catch anything so it won't roll and fall off the shelf. And I'm just going to be attaching this with 18 gauge brad nails. So now the front piece of trim has been cut and I can go ahead and attach it. Now as you can see, everything fits nice and snug, almost like it was meant to be. So if you make a mistake, it's alright, just learn from it and try and think of a way that you can improve it. Now just to put the finishing touches. And to help keep everything clutter-free, I'm going to go ahead and hang my drill index chart right here. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe and share the videos on other social media sites. And go ahead and feel free to leave a comment and let me know how I'm doing. Thank you.